Hey friends, so I spent the morning printing up a bunch of our policyholder handbooks. And we give these to clients who are dealing with a disaster situation where they might have to file a claim. You think, it's a bunch of information. What are you facing? What kind of things are in your policy? What are the adjusters going to do that might not seem fair, or you might not realize are fair or aren't fair? So you might have some water damage or an ice dam or dealing with some other kind of problem. And then all of a sudden you turn around and you face a second disaster, where the insurance company just slides you this lowball offer of 40% across the table, and you're at your breaking point and you think, well, I guess this is all they're going to pay. And unfortunately, we see this all the time. We had a client that called us this week. They said, oh, the adjuster was out yesterday. They already emailed us and they said the check is cutting on the way. And I said, how do they even know how much it's going to cost to fix? They haven't done any work. You don't have any prices from any contractors on what it's going to take to get done. We had a client last year who filed a claim for some water damage that was happening in a inside a wall between two bathrooms. They discovered it and there was some mold. They called their insurance company. They said, oh, we found some mold. The insurance company said, you're not covered for mold. Well, it was water damage, and they were covered for water damage, and the mold was just a result of the water damage. We gave them the right words to use, and they turned around and said, oh, now we understand. So this thing is really great, giving you information you need to do. I want to say this. I want to emphasize it. I'm not an insurance professional. I can't help you file your claim. I can't help you interpret your policy, but we can empower you to understand your rights and forcefully take them to the insurance company and use your rights to get it treated fairly, right? I always recommend you talk to your local agent or your local broker so they can walk you through your coverage, your deductibles, any kind of limits on the policy and that kind of stuff. But the problem is the insurance game is turned into the less they pay, the more they make. And so where they denied that water damage coverage, and they could have said, oh, well, was there water damage and this was a result of mold? They could have extended coverage, but they chose to just immediately deny. And so there's these delay, deny, and defend tactics that they use. And we kind of break that down for you in this. Some of the things that are in here. Got a little handbook here, tells you how to win your claim, how to take charge of your superpowers and your rights because of your contract with the insurance company. There's a great power questions that you can use and ask them very pointed and educated questions. We have kind of a glossary of terms so you understand who the players are in the game. And there's a checklist so you can, not everything is for every claim, but you can go down and say, well, do I have additional living expenses covered if I have to be out of my house for a certain amount of time? What things are covered? And there's a checklist to go down. One of my favorite things and is this one here that says, lies adjusters have told our clients. And there's a whole list of them, and they're pretty common, so you might see this if you end up trying to file a claim. We also have an AI tool that we give to our clients so they can enter in their circumstances. They can enter in any correspondence from their adjuster, and what it does is it evaluates your situation for any red flags. It researches litigation against your specific insurance company if they're using some of these things and they're being sued by other clients across the country. It filters your situation through the Connecticut regulations on insurance and filing claims and making sure there's no red flags for bad faith. And it'll even help you draft a response for your adjuster or your insurance company. So it's just important that we give this to our clients and empower them to take charge of their claim and understand that we're an independent voice. Insurance companies have preferred contractors that they say, oh, use our preferred contractor and they'll take care of everything and they'll just bill us and you don't have to worry about it. That sounds great, but the problem is those preferred vendors, they get about 80% of their work from these insurance companies. Do you think that they're going to bite the hand that feeds it? When push comes to shove, who do they really serve? It's probably not you. So I want you to understand that we give this to our clients when we come and do our inspection, whether you hire us or not, and you have access to this so that you have the information you need to take care of yourself and your home and your family. I want to remind you, Call your agent. That's step one. Let them walk you through your policy. Get an independent evaluation from a trusted contractor, whether that's us or somebody else. Try to steer clear of preferred vendors because they kind of have a split responsibility to you and to the insurance company because they're getting all their work from them. I want to remind you to document everything. Take pictures. Keep all the emails. If you have a phone call and your adjuster makes a promise to you on the phone, I want you to say, please send that to me in email. If they don't send it to you in an email, follow up with your own email. This is my understanding of what you said during our phone conversation, and can you verify that this is the case? And I want you to know that if you have any issues with water damage or otherwise, to give us a call, reach out. We give all our clients this Policyholder Handbook and helping you empower you to file your claim and be treated fairly.